Hello and welcome back to another episode of A Work in Progress with me, Nathan.
Me, Craig.
And today we are very, very lucky to be joined by the incredibly talented Daisy Atkinson. Daisy, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for
I
joining
did
us.
the thing then, but I scared the camera might move.
What a whoop, whoop, hey. Yeah, for those of you who don't know who Daisy is, you will hear a lot about what Daisy does. But yeah, just to recap for anybody who might not have listened before to any of our episodes, this is a place where we talk about the positive side of Blackpool to try and counteract maybe some of the negative narratives that exist out there in the world of social media and beyond. We see Blackpool in a very different light.
Yeah, we're fighting back against the easy target.
Yeah,
type
we are a
of,
little bit of an easy
vibe,
target, yeah. And we know Blackpool has a lot more to offer than some of the challenges that we know we're here.
We're not in denial of issues, but we're all,
We're all for
we're raising awareness.
and the balance, it's about having a balanced narrative, and we know there's loads of great things. And if you've watched any of our previous episodes, you'll have heard from people in and around the Blackpool community talking about some of the amazing work that they're doing and that they're involved in that's make Blackpool a better place. So, Daisy,
Hi.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We're both delighted to have you here.
Yep.
We've both been lucky enough to share the stage with you,
Yep.
to watch you do your thing, which is always incredible to watch.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about, well, firstly, tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Daisy. I'm a musician from Blackpool. I gig locally. I host open mics. I don't shut up, to be honest.
Well, you're in good company.
Yeah. I'm always just on the mic somewhere.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's me. That's
Good
what I
stuff.
do.
Well, that is a very, very diluted version of what you do.
We'll get into
but
it.
we'll get into that. Thank you. First of all, as always, we like to hear a little bit about your background, your Blackpool story. Where'd you come from? What did you do growing up, and what was that like for you? Yeah, tell us a bit about you.
What gangs you were in.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I was born in London.
Well, yeah. Great, though, because we've literally just been chatting off air about people who, come to Blackpool, settle in Blackpool and make, Blackpool a better place.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I was one when I moved here, but my dad is a Yorkshireman. Mum's from Essex, and my dad did 22 years in the army and said to my mum, shall we move to Blackpool? And she was like, yeah, all right.
Great.
So we moved to Senny Drive.
Yeah, love that.
I grew up on Senny Drive.
Love it.
And I'm proud of it. I had a great childhood. The kids on the street were so fun. Always in the garden on the street doing spud guns.
Oh, nice.
We used to hide behind
throwback.
the recycling bins, me and my brother, and we get spud guns. And we used to do as well when because we were right down the road from the football ground when they were on. It was like the Wembley era.
Oh, yeah.
We did beep for Blackpool, so we had a massive sign outside our house, and we counted how many beeps we could get, and it was literally the whole day, and people were just beeping because obviously it's Central Drive, it's a main road, so that was really fun.
Cool.
But yeah, so
What school did you go to then if you were Central Drive?
went to Thames.
Oh, yeah.
That shaped me.
Yeah.
I will always rave about Thames. That was such a good school. The teachers there were amazing. They really made me. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if I didn't.
Am I right in thinking Thames got you back at some point
Yeah,
to go and
yeah.
do a talk to the kids and to do some lessons and stuff?
Yeah, so-
that's so cool.
It was amazing. It was a really full circle moment because.
And the London connection as well.
Oh
the
yeah,
Thames.
see, it's all full circle. That's lovely, that bunny.
Mute me.
Great stuff.
I went to Thames. My brother went to Thames as well, and I always say one of my biggest influences in life is my brother when he was in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat as the Pharaoh. My dad made him an Elvis outfit, and I watched him in it, and I was like, "Oh, mate, I want to do that. That's well cool." Because he always managed to sing and act and be in all the drama stuff, but still be really cool and not get bullied for it. I don't know how he did it, but I was like, I want to do that. So as soon as I could, I joined choir. Loved it. Did all the Schools Alive performances. Did anything like that I could. And then in year 5, I went home to my dad and I was like, guess what? I've got music lessons. You're never going to guess what I'm learning. And he was like, trumpet. I don't know, recorder. And I was like, guitar. And he was like, oh my God, no way. And I was like, can I please get a guitar? And he was like, no. He was like, I'm not getting another thing. Like, you've got rollerblades, a fucking... Sorry, can I swear?
This is a swear, yeah.
Okay.
It's an accidental swearing podcast, so yeah.
Like, everything that I'd ever asked for, like rollerblades and scooters and skateboards in the cupboard that I've never used again. He was like, I'm not getting you a guitar because you'll just pick it up and not want it again. So we had like weekly guitar lessons with a guy called Mr. Wright, and he was so fun. And I just took to it like straight away. I loved it straight away. And I think because I was musical anyway, like in choir and stuff, I really enjoyed it. And we had like a parents' evening, and Mr. Wright said to my dad, like, she's actually pretty good. Like, you should carry this on once we finish these lessons. So I was like, Dad, can I have a guitar now, please? So he got me a guitar for my birthday. And then, just carried. I learned on YouTube because there was nowhere really that I was aware of at that age that I could go to.
Well,
didn't have shaker maker.
Didn't have shaker maker.
This is what this is for.
You took the words out of my mouth, and it's not the most accessible an industry to get into, is it? And learn with regards to money and finances and commitment. So it's great that we now have, a place that's in the middle of Blackpool.
Yeah, I mean,
we've had places over the years, haven't we?
I think instruments are cheaper now than they probably were at least 10 years ago, just because of the amount of sort of online retailers. Like I've bought my kids. I think I bought Will a guitar for £70.
Yeah,
which didn't exist back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's always cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, it's interesting you said about your brother being able to do that stuff and not get bullied for it, and that's almost the default of being a young teenager or preteen. Is we think creativity is gonna put a bit of a target on our back for some reason, and it does. Yeah,
it's not like a masculine thing.
No,
to do, is it?
But the irony of how many men go to watch theatre, movies.
My brother absolutely loves it.
Bands, concerts, and it's like, but for some reason, particularly in a working class community, maybe there's that detachment of boys being comfortably 100%. Engaged in creativity. It was the same for me.
It was I remember, I think I was probably in year 11 when I got a guitar, and there was a kind of like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
And then I remember one of my mates going to me like, you're going to be a mosher. I was like, no, I'm not.
God forbid.
It was, and like, because it was like in the 90s, it was townies and moshers, wasn't it? And it's like, you're gonna be a mosher. And it's like, no, it's all right.
Did that evolve to chavs and emos? Was that like the next gen?
Chavs came after, didn't?
Was that your understanding then when you were? Because I was in the townies and mosher era.
I remember me and you walking to your nan's, and you were like, right, we're gonna tuck our trackies in our socks. And we were doing it, and then we got to like where the health centre is now on Whitegate Drive.
Oh yeah.
And then we both just went, oh, no.
Get outside of our parents and we'll tuck our socks in.
But we did about quarter of a mile, and it was like, oh, no, we'll do it. We're not those guys.
Yeah, we'll stick to being ourselves. But it's such a interest, because it was the same when we were at school. Obviously, it's the same when you were at school. Yeah. And it's the same now when I go into schools, this reluctance to engage in creativity, even though it's so cool and important. But it's great that you had Billy to almost be a role model of
He's
that.
like the reason that I started. Like he's got a great voice. I don't know if you've seen him.
I have heard him sing.
You'll have seen like videos on Instagram.
I've heard him.
Anytime there's like a family party or anything like that, he does a version of Sexy and I Know It, and that's the only song that he does, but he will do it.
Yeah.
And I taught him to play guitar, actually, very basic, but he gets up and he does that every time. But his voice is great. Like do you remember when Katie Price and Peter Andre did that album, the cover album?
Oh, you mean this?
This week's competition.
Don't pretend you don't know.
This week's competition giveaway.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
A Whole New World is still on my
exactly
playlist.
People are always like, oh yeah, the Beatles were like my favourite album when I was growing up. No, mine was Katie Price and Peter Andre, A Whole New World, and me and Billy used to sing it in the back of the car, and that's how.
Oh, Billy's going to be cringing watching this now,
He'll
revealing his.
He'll love this.
Like, what's the film? Is it Step Brothers, or is it the wedding where they're in the car doing "Sweet Child of Mine"?
I think that's.
And the dad's going, "You're the oldest. Don't let me down." She's got a smile. Yeah. That's my kids now. It's great.
So
it's the best way to grow
after
up,
Thames, was it Highfield?
I went to Palatine, and then I moved to Highfield in year 10 because Palatine was traumatising.
Oh, really?
Awful.
Yeah, I'm married to someone who went to Palatine.
Oh, to be fair, Billy went to Palatine and he had a great time, but I just
did not click.
It was horrific.
Really,
the people there. I didn't have a good time at all. Moved in year 10, which was like a really awful time to move.
Yeah.
It was like GCSEs, but it was better. But it was kind of like out of the frying pan into the fire. To be honest, it wasn't great. There were a few great teachers. My art teacher at Highfield was brilliant. She really believed in me and said you should go on and do art at college, which I did. But yeah, high school for me was a bit weird, guys. Not gonna lie.
No, I think we probably had an up and down experience of high school as well.
But again, I think art teachers.
Yeah, it's always
you're not the first person we've had on who had a great art teacher.
And did you do it at Blackpool and Fylde College?
I did. I went to sixth form.
Right.
So I did A-level art, craft and design, which was sort of like a all-rounder kind of thing that you're a bit more free to do whatever kind of form of art you wanted to do. So I could explore loads of stuff. And then I did double BTEC music. That is the best. If you're wanting to get into the music industry, if you're wanting to do anything to do with music, that course is amazing.
Really?
The teachers there are amazing.
Is that at the sixth form then?
Yeah. The whole creative department, because art and music and media and stuff are all in the same department at sixth form. That whole department is incredible for people that want to do stuff.
And how great is that? Because we've had Becky on who spoke about Blackpool and Fylde College, School of Arts, that campus, and the arts kind of
I've heard great
qualifications
things about
there.
it.
And you're advocating for Blackpool sixth form and their arts and creativity department. We are perhaps what's the word? We're quite quick to say that you have to leave Blackpool to pursue certain opportunities, when actually it sounds like there's lots and lots of creative,
100%.
at least kind of educational opportunities right here on our doorstep, which is fantastic.
It was very practical as well. Most of our grade came from, we'd work sort of every term to a gig, and it'd be at the Cube in Polton, or I think we did one at the Bellevue, and that was towards our grade. And there was essays and stuff, but you're working in bands and also solo and stuff.
Did the sociology students also follow you to the Cube and Bellevue and compare and contrast? Very different clientele, but all part of the character, part of the character of our town. So you got into your job, what you do now, pretty quickly, didn't you?
It was by accident. I went to uni, finished college, and to be honest, I didn't know if I wanted to go to uni or not. Everyone else was going. Yeah. And I was like, I actually I don't know, should I? Probably. So I sort of, by the end of college, I'd got a bit sick of it. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely loved it, but this was a me thing. But because I was so enjoying the music side, I sort of just stopped going to the art, because I loved the art. I've always loved doing art, but it became like a chore, kind of. And it's always been like a passion, and then it started to feel like a chore, whereas that didn't happen with music.
Yeah.
So I started pursuing that a bit more. So I thought maybe I'll go to music uni. So I applied for LIPA, wanted to go to LIPA. Everyone wants to go to LIPA. Got on
What's LIPA? Sorry.
Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts, it was the school that Paul McCartney went to,
right?
Which I think
he now endorses.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know the timeline, but say in the 80s or whatever, it got into disrepair. Then he bought it and turned it into.
With you, so it's quite iconic then.
Yeah. Everyone sort of wants to go to. Everyone in my class auditioned.
I'm another failed applicant.
Oh yeah. So I got on the.
At least you knew what it was.
The reserve list, and I was like, oh, there's no chance. But I auditioned for. I love Liverpool as a place. I absolutely love it. I really wanted to go to Liverpool, because I love being by water, and obviously there's the docks, and I know it's not a beach, but it was
still water.
And Liverpool feels like a towny city. Whereas Manchester and stuff feel like cities.
It's a massive cul-de-sac, isn't it, Liverpool?
Yeah, pretty much.
And musically,
Yeah.
For me, I don't think there's anywhere better.
I wanted to go to get into the music scene in Liverpool because I'd heard such great things about it. I went to LMA, which is like the Robbie Williams version. Robbie Williams endorses LMA. I love Robbie.
Where is that? Is that in...
It's in Liverpool. It's literally around the corner from Lipper. And it was great. It was actually really great, but I was coming home every weekend to do my gigs at the Galleon and like getting more work, and I wasn't getting in socially with other people because I was always coming back to do my gigs here.
So you started gigging in Blackpool then? Yeah. At this point, you started gigging?
I think it was like second year. No, it was first year college. I was singing with a girl called Cassidy, and she was like musical theatre trained, amazing, dead confident, and I was like, who is this girl? Like, you're mint. We became like really good friends, and then we started singing together, and she was like, I can get us gigs, you know. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, we can get paid to sing. And I was like, what? I was working at Planet Chaos, dressing up as the Blue Alien at parties every weekend for minimum wage. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, mate, sound. I'll just turn up. You sort the gigs. I'll just turn up. We started gigging together at the Galleon, a couple of places in Polton, and they were paying us like peanuts. But to me, I was like, oh my God, this is mint. Quit my Planet Chaos job because I was like, this is better. Like, I can do something fun and get paid for it. I never even thought in my head that could be a job. It just wasn't even a possibility in my head. So we were doing that in first year of college. We were like 16, 17. But that really sort of built my confidence. I always say like my gigs at the Galleon were like my apprenticeship. Because if you can play there, you can play anywhere because the clientele there is just wild. But yeah, I did that for a couple of years and then sort of got more gigs off the back of it. Cassidy went to uni, so I went solo. And yeah, it just sort of snowballed. And like, I was at uni and I was like, I could either stop doing my gigs in Blackpool and really focus on this, but I loved it too much. I was like, I love coming home to everyone that I know, my little community that I've got, gigging in my favourite places. Like, I just didn't want to give it up. So I was like, I'm dropping out. I'm going to leave. This was February 2020. March 2020, COVID. So I was like, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Like, if I'd have stayed on that course, I would have been stuck in Liverpool on my own. Not been able to go home. Doing a music course over Zoom. I just thought that it was the right decision anyway. And then, so I dropped out of uni, had no job, and I was like, my life's over. My life is over. I've got no job. I've got no qualifications. Like, what am I going to do? And then, I worked at the pier. Do you remember when the pier set on fire?
You're not going to say that was you, are you?
Hey, the rumours are true. And, So I was working at the pier for 3 days and I was press go for 12 hours a day. Awful. Horrific. I hated my life. Got up for work on the Thursday, got a text, don't come in, the pier's on fire. It wasn't me. My dad texted me and was like, what have you done? But yeah, so this is a long roundabout way of saying I didn't know what I was doing. I really felt like my life was over. I've dropped out of music uni. I can't gig because it's COVID. And then literally as soon as the pubs started opening, we're just getting messages off people like, we're opening, we want it to be a big thing. Like, we want people to come out and enjoy themselves again. Do you want to come and gig? And literally from that, it just snowballed and snowballed. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is all the time.
This is what I'm going to be doing. Yeah.
I ended up getting a full-time job at a college. My brother was a teacher there. It was for young people with disabilities. My brother was a music teacher there and an art teacher there. So that was really fun. And I used to like take my guitar in and play with the student. That sounds wrong.
Music with the students. We knew what you meant.
Thank you. And then, the more and more gigs I got, I was like, I could quit my job. So I did. And then it's just sort of just been snowballing since then.
You built a really, really great following, haven't you? You've got a team of loyal sort of supporters who come and watch you.
Yeah,
all sorts of different places, haven't you? So what's that look like now today? Obviously, we know it's your job, but what's that look like for Daisy? What do you do sort of week to week?
Week to week, I have a part-time job.
Oh dear.
I'm a rug whipper.
Tell us more.
You know when you get a rug and it's got like the edging on it, the binding. I'm the binder. I'm the whipper.
Wow. Oh yeah.
So I do that 3 days a week. I needed it for a routine, to be honest. And also, because he lives, prices are going up. So it's sort of like that's my constant, like, regular income.
Structure. And I suppose the gig stuff is more often than not in the evening, isn't it?
It's
I know
evenings,
you do
it's
day
weekends.
stuff, so that balance is
I was doing nothing in the week. All my friends work in the week. I just became a goblin. So I was like, I need to do something. And the hours are perfect. Like, it doesn't interfere with any of my gigs or anything. And it kind of feels creative because I'm sat at a sewing machine. It is just carpet. You know, I learned how to use a sewing machine in college, and
helping the planet. Waste bits of carpet into usable,
repurposing them. New life.
Shout out floor store trade.
Love that. So you run an open mic, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
Tell us about the open mic.
In the week, carpet woman, and then
banana man,
carpet woman. And then weekends, it literally is like Hannah Montana, like two completely different things. I do my gigs like Friday, Saturday nights, but that's like, when I first started doing it, that was like amazing. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is my job. I'm so lucky. And I do still feel like that now, but that is work. That is work. Yeah. So doing stuff like the open mics is like where I get that excitement and that passion again. It's the community. It's the people that come. It's the talent that we see. There's nothing like it. Those open mics are like the best thing ever. And
it's brew room, should I say? Yeah. Brew room, isn't it? And when is that?
We say every 6 weeks. It's sort of
roughly
as and when it fits in mine and Liam's schedules and Kieran's.
And is it a Sunday?
It's always a Sunday. But yeah,
I mean, the best thing to do is to follow you on
if you're
social media, to follow Brew Room on social media.
We post about it in weeks in advance.
But and anyone's welcome, aren't they? And it's any level of
anything and everything. Like, I've had mimes. I've had someone was on
Britney Spears came. Sorry, Britney.
Don't start.
Sorry if you're watching.
Alone.
Don't start slagging Britney off. Don't start slagging Britney off.
We've had like he was literally like up against the window like this. That was insane. That was the best thing I've ever seen. Who else have we? We've had like, I've had a harpist before. We've had someone like on a fiddle looping, like a loop pedal fiddle. That was insane. The Panther Brothers came the other week, and Liam's got a new toy with like a drum machine, and Harvey got up with his, and it was like a rapper, a beatboxer, someone on the keys, and Harvey on a fiddle, which on paper sounds so ridiculous, but it sounded incredible.
It was ace.
It was all improv. Like, towards the end of the night, it gets a little less structured, and once everyone's played, I just ask anyone if they want to get up and have a little jam, and that's the best part. Like, that's always where like stuff like that happens. You see talent, and you're like, where are these people come from?
And they're mainly local people, aren't they?
They're all
vast majority of local
they're
people.
All local people.
So local creative people just come in, getting together and creating some magic. And even if people don't want to get up, to come and witness something like that is really, really special, isn't it?
People that don't perform but come to every single open mic just because they love it, and like, because Brew Room's quite cosy, isn't it? And that area where we are, it just sort of feels like we're all in just my living room.
Yeah.
And all my mates have come round to just do a little bit for everyone. Best thing ever.
And it's friendly and it's warm and it's welcoming. Perhaps these are the things that people who maybe don't understand the positive side of Blackpool, maybe these are the things that people need to experience.
Yeah.
These are people
100%.
that people need to speak to people like you and those other musicians and experience what that feels like to be part of something like that, those special moments. You'll have had it with your gigs. We've had it at Bootleg doing By the Meter. It's like you can't put it into words.
When I lived in Manchester, I went to some jam nights, and it was just it was a showing off showcase.
Yeah.
And it was like all men just fret wanking, trying to impress people and show off. Yeah. And I was just like, and from that, and that was like 2006. And from them, I'm like, no, they're not for me. And we did the Big Light the other week, and I played with Rye and Liam. And I was like, oh, actually, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Have you been to the jam night?
No, but I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go to the next one.
I always say like the jam night and the open mic go hand in hand. Obviously, the open mic is me and Liam. The jam night is Liam and Rye. But we're all always there.
Yeah. Need to get Liam on the pod, I think.
Oh, mate. He is like the unsung hero of the entire music scene. Like, you don't hear about him, you don't see him, but he is like the most talented person ever.
Yeah.
He's absolutely amazing. But these events, like, they all sort of go hand in hand. Like, the open mic sort of like a less formal, more chill version of the jam
for me,
night.
it was like there was I really fucking hate the word, but it was a nice vibe. It was a nice, and when I used to go to them back in the day, it was almost like an exam. Like, oh, what I can do, man. Whereas this was just like, oh, this sounds good. Everyone play it.
There's none of that. Like, people are always like giving other people space to do their bit, and like everyone's really like respectful of each other. And also, like, it's always packed, but it's not just packed full of musicians. Like I said before, it's packed full of like.
It's about people who want to witness
it,
and feel it.
That come because they want to watch it. Like all the Redfern people come every single time just because they want to be there and have a good time. Like, all the. You make friends, you meet people that you've never met before, you see talent you've never seen before. I come out of these events and I'm like, what do you mean you work at Tesco and you can do that?
Yeah.
For me as insane. Well, it felt a bit like freedom, because obviously, I mean, it'll be the same for you. You sort of, your playing ability is a certain level, and the songs you play, especially playing Oasis on drums for me, is kind of a lot lower. So I always feel like when we're gigging, it almost feels like I'm in like like when you're stuck in a 50-mile-an-hour average which is
I always say
which
it's
is
just
a
like
skill in itself.
If
you
consistency
for drumming, you have to play the song first and foremost. But going to the jam night, it was like, oh, there's no speed limit here.
I always say like when I'm playing with those guys, I feel like a better musician. I'm like, I didn't even know I could play like this or sing like this, but it's because I'm playing covers every single weekend, and it's all the same stuff that I always play.
So I'm
not pushing myself. Whereas when I'm surrounded by other people that are like amazing, I'm like, oh well, I should probably match that. I need to like up my game a little bit. It makes you be better.
Iron sharpens iron.
So true.
And there are places.
It's almost like you're a poet.
But. And this isn't some faraway place. This is
the brewery. Iron with iron.
Yeah, this is literally around the corner.
This is somewhere around the corner. Right on our doorstep, and it happening regularly with really positive, warm,
no ego
community.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going to say vibes again.
Say it.
It's fucking vibes.
Dude.
So before we go on to what like Blackpool, kind of from your perspective, tell us a couple of your favourite venues to play. For different reasons. Tell us some different venues that you like playing for different reasons. I feel like one's going to be the pier when it's sunny in the summer.
See,
it's on fire.
This is all like... Buddy. You can keep it in, that was good. It's different because with what I do, there's like different kinds of gigs. Like I do the pier gigs. I do like Mark Kelly's Showboat in the summer. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's a really good gig.
It's great. I've beeped some waves at you.
I know you have. It's mint. But then it's like I'll do that, and that's so fun because you're literally in the sun. You can, when I'm at the pier, I'm literally looking at the tower. Yeah. And it's sunny and everyone's having a good time. And it's like Blackpool is literally in front of me. And you're at its prime.
And you're the soundtrack.
That's so
special,
cool.
That.
But then there's like when I get to do my original stuff at Bootleg. Or like a Sunday afternoon at the brew room when it's like not that busy, but it's cozy and it's nice.
A regular in Polton, aren't you?
Polton and Lytham is sort of like my weekend slots, which like a lot of people say like, oh, it's quite snooty and stuff, which I get, but they're up for a party. Yeah. Like when I play at the Deacon that's where I am tonight. Deacon on a Friday night goes off. They absolutely love it. It's such a good vibe. Polton as well is the same. Like it's always like a 10 p.m. start, finish at midnight.
I was going to say it's a late one for you.
Yeah.
That's when people are ready to have a good boogie.
But they're like the most. They're so fun to do. My gigs at the Tower were like the pinnacle of everything I've ever done.
And you obviously do weddings. You do funerals.
I've done funerals.
You did my brother's funeral, and you made it very, very special.
That didn't feel like a funeral though. That felt like a
10 p.m. in Polton on Friday.
Yeah, it did. It literally did. That was an amazing day. Like that was.
But you are so easy to work with because you're like, yeah, I can do that, and then it's like, do you have any chance you could learn this song? Yeah, I can do that.
I just sort of say I've always said yes. I think that's why I've managed to make it into a full-time thing because I just say yes to everything. Like anywhere that'll have me, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, but our band were talking about you, and we were just like, she works hard, but also there's a sort of factor to playing that not a lot of people realise. Yeah. But you're cool as well.
Yeah.
And like
you bring.
But you're not like what's up, motherfuckers? Trying to like, it's just genuine.
It's a natural
like,
coolness.
Yeah, and people are like,
I want to stand and listen to it, or I want to dance and listen to it.
So like Helen, my partner, I'll be like, oh, you coming to so and so? We'd have a gig, and she'd be like, is Daisy playing with you?
Do you know what?
And I'm like, no. She's like, oh,
I'm not
coming.
coming. Was that the night I was on?
My favourite cover gig that I've ever done, or one of them at least, is that last bootleg gig we did.
The Chris.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was because it
This
gets
year?
so.
The one was just.
The one in December just gone.
Yeah.
Because it gets so busy for you guys. Like, I'm not used to bootleg looking like that for me.
It was a good one. It was the year before we did it. We were all ill, I think. I don't know if you played.
I can't
remember.
you
did because you did. We did Fairy Tale.
Yeah. I was steaming. I sounded.
I'll let you say that you were steaming.
That was horrific.
But yeah, we were all ill and Daisy was steaming. But then this year, 2025, it was like, bootleg again, cool. Oh, it's sold out, cool. And then we got there, it was like, oh shit, this is was bouncing.
Yeah.
And usually for my slot, like, I've supported you a few times, like the Waterloo and stuff, and it does get busy, but then people, like, just fill it up as soon as I'm done to see you guys. Absolutely, it's a Parker Monkeys gig. I don't mind that. I quite like an intimate crowd. But this gig was like so many people there, and also I don't get to play all the indie stuff usually.
Well, you did Fontaine's, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
And I never get to play any of that stuff at the Deacon on a Friday.
Yeah, because they're not maybe those
so it was
kind of
like
party.
all stuff that like I actually play in my room and and people were loving it and like singing along, and I was like, this is so fun. And I remember coming off and being to my dad like, I am so buzzing right now. Like, it feels like that was like a.
Even for us though, bootleg, we can push it out a little bit.
Play a bit more of the niche stuff.
Yeah.
I won't forget when we did All Right.
That was
All Right's first ever gig at Bootleg.
That was the first time I met you.
It was the first time I'd ever performed outside of a poetry night. So doing a little poetry gig. It was for a band. So I'm expecting to go on first and with a small crowd, and then obviously you'd be on but you went on first, and they had me on before the band. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm watching Daisy. I'd never seen Daisy perform. It's the first time I watched Daisy perform. I'm like, I'm fucking going on after her. And then she does a set, but then towards the end, it's Sweet Caroline. So there's 350 people singing Sweet Caroline. I'm like, I remember grabbing Josh, the drummer, who was the drummer at the time, saying, I'm doing poetry after this. And he's like, yeah, I know, that's why we've done it. Because it's going to be unexpected.
So well. It was just after all the COVID restrictions had lifted. It was like one of the first proper big gigs back. Everyone was buzzing. Yeah. It was sold out.
Yeah.
Was it All Right's first gig?
It was All Right's first gig.
It was packed and everyone was so excited. And I remember them saying to me, like, oh, we've got a poet on. And I was like, what do you mean? I was literally like, why have you done that?
Oh, I know.
I was like, why would you do that? And then you came on and we were all like, holy shit, this is mint. And now it's like the best thing ever.
And it's such a common thing in Blackpool.
Yeah.
That we all supported each other, and if people come to the gigs, they know it, they feel it.
Yeah.
If they don't maybe they've really missed out on an experience of what a Blackpool experience can feel like.
Me saying, why the fuck have you got a poet on? And then you actually smashing it and being amazing is a prime example of like the people say, oh, Blackpool's shite. But they've never been, they've never seen it. They don't felt it,
And then you recorded a song together not too long after.
Yeah, probably a year or so after that, we recorded a song together, didn't we?
We'll link it in the comments.
But yeah, it's that thing of if you've not experienced it,
I need to work out.
Then your kind of your viewpoint is going to be restricted by what you have experienced. So it's about lifting ourselves out of our comfort zones and maybe going to an open mic on a Sunday that you might not normally do, biting the bullet, going in and feeling it, and you'll walk out thinking very, very differently about the creative scene in Blackpool.
100%.
Going and watching Parker Monkeys, going to a poetry night. You might think those things, oh, well, that's not really for me.
But I came to quite a few of the Diamond Meter nights. They were amazing. They were so good. Blackpool's never seen anything like that before.
It was really cool. Really
that was so cool.
Hey, you should bring it back.
Yeah, please, I beg.
So tell us about if you had to summarise the positive side of Blackpool, what would it be?
The community, the people here. Yeah, that's it.
There's lots of people that would agree with you. I would agree with you, and Craig would agree with you. We see the beauty in the people that live here, but there are some people that would say the people in Blackpool. What would you say the people of Blackpool are like?
To me, it's like I'm part of like the music scene, and I've got lots of friends in the music scene, and we all work together and we all see each other all the time. But that goes hand in hand with like poetry and like the art community, and then it's like small businesses. Everything sort of goes hand in hand if you want to work together and you want to make it a community. Very rarely have I ever experienced like a knockback from that. Like everyone's always up for working together and collaboration
and problem solving and
absolutely, yeah,
and lifting each other up. And there's a warmth that comes with that.
100%.
Warmth.
So my dad's from down south. And he's got a brother and a sister. My uncle, his brother, moved up to. He lives in St Anne's. He probably moved up 8 or 9 years ago. And then this year, my auntie moved up. She loves it. She's like, and then like my cousin came and he walked the dog and he's like, everyone keeps fucking talking to you. And all this, and it's like, yeah. And he's like, why? He says, why do people just talk to you? It's like, well, they're just being nice.
Yeah.
My mum was like shook to her core when she moved here, and she was like, what do you mean the cashiers at Tesco are making conversation with me? But like, any time like we go and see her family, all of her family live like London, Essex area. They're rude. They're really rude. Like, nobody speaks
Might as
to
well
you.
be on a self-service.
It's so weird. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a line. So that shithole poem that I did, there's so many people in the lots of negative people, obviously, but there's so many people in the comments that have said, "I've moved to Blackpool. It's the best place I've ever lived."
You hear it all the time.
And I think unless you've experienced it here and maybe experienced what it's like elsewhere, you might not understand some of the quirks and personality that this town has. And there's a line in that poem that says, people won't have much, but they'll give you the time.
100%.
And I think that's a really big thing about, you mentioned about the music community, but the community further afield than that. People tend to give up their time, support, tend to.
I was going to say, as our band, we like to give opportunities to people to play with us, but then we start, if they've got a drummer, it's a no. Because we did a few gigs like years ago, and like we'd get support bands on. I'm like, the fucking, he's moved all the city, he's moved everything around. I was like, what's the point in, like, so then it's like,
we did,
get Daisy on.
We do have grumpy old men as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And obviously we're talking in generalised terms here, but there's obviously exceptions to
We're very professional
everywhere.
Yeah.
But
I respect it.
The constant negativity is so unfair when there's so much positivity.
You feel like saying, just come for a weekend. I'll be your tour guide. I'll take you everywhere, and I will change your mind.
And it's people within as well. People who don't venture to the places that we talk about. We've had it's not just creativity. We've had sports. Already featured on the podcast. And I guess if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. 100%.
I was just going to say, go back into social media doesn't help either.
No.
Not at all.
Even yesterday, they announced, Blackpool Football Club were announcing they're going to build a sort of sports complex where grassroots teams can go. A bit like Poolfoot Farm at Fleetwood. 3 comments. Where's people going to park? Oh, fucking you can sell season tickets. And it's like, what do you want? What do you want?
Get a grip.
The thing
is, always something.
For the entire, tenure of the Oystons, we were promised, new complex, new facilities, new training, and it never came. It never came, and now we're potentially going to actually create something.
And they're still finding problems.
It's like when they opened Abingdon Street. And it's like, well, what? I'm sorry they don't sell fucking wolf sheep fleeces and fucking someone to fix your watch. But like, I think it's still rammed every weekend.
You've hit the nail on the head when you've said, did you used to go there?
Yeah.
Whenever anybody's mentioned Abingdon Street, you've said, did you used to go? And you say no.
No, of course you didn't.
So why are you bothered?
Fair enough. If there's people that have lost businesses or lost income, as a collateral of this development, I get that, and it must be really difficult and frustrating. But I get the sense that the people who moan aren't those people. They're the people that just want to moan, and that's where it gets a bit exhausting.
I can't look at it half the time.
So what do you think? What would you like to see more of in Blackpool?
Being proven wrong. People come in and being like, oh, actually, this is pretty good. Just more exposure of like the cool stuff that's going on. I think like we were talking before about John and Blackpool Buzz, and I think that's a really good idea.
Shout out John. We're going to get him on the podcast.
Yeah. That's what we need. That is what we need. like you said, like no Visit Blackpool. Oh, it's the fireworks tonight. We need John being like, this is on a bootleg. This is when the open mics are.
And we need to promote the kind of main attractions, because that's what brings a lot of the tourists in. But we also need to complement that. We need the stuff that's going on around the town in the little pockets. And John. Great work on Blackpool Buzz. If you've not seen Blackpool Buzz, get onto Instagram, find Blackpool Buzz, go through to the website, check it out. It's got lots and lots of potential. It's already doing lots and lots of great things, but it's got so much potential where there's events going on in Blackpool that can be promoted through one platform. Yeah. So get yourself onto 100%. Blackpool Buzz.
He did me dirty on the video the other day. Did you see the one from the big light? And my drum face was like...
Scratch that then. Craig, I've got news for you, mate.
Yeah, I know.
If you watched you drum for 90 minutes, you would struggle not capturing a face like that.
To be fair, when people take pictures of me singing, I always look like I'm in like excruciating pain.
Yeah, but at least you're in the picture. If you look at band pictures, you just see like the drummer's arm come from behind the bass.
Your face is always very animated. I love watching your face drumming.
But,
you're always in the moment.
You got passion.
It's great. Yeah, and you're doing your thing.
Thanks, John.
You're doing your thing. You're not doing it for the gram. You're doing it for the audience.
Yes. Do our quick fire.
Quick fire questions.
Can we swap? Who asked? Because I feel like if I ask you what's your favourite band, I'll look.
Yes, let's swap that. Yeah, okay.
I'm still going to say.
Okay. Yeah. So you're N and I'm C.
Reagan Creighton.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. What's your favourite Blackpool word?
I was thinking about this because I watched Becky's episode. There's a few. I love sound. You love sound. We all love sound.
Yeah.
Use that all the time. It's great. And you can it works for everything. Minging.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the phrase well good.
Yeah. We talk about well good or double good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead good.
Yeah. Proper good. I like absolutely arseholed. Or like or like, I was absolutely gazebo, anything for being... I don't think it's a Blackpool thing. I think it's just like might be a northern thing, I don't know, but specifically arsehole is very good.
Is good, yeah.
Twatted.
Yeah, I love that.
Anything can fit that criteria, and they absolutely come in before it as well. Is it? I don't know where that. I think is that a British thing? Is it a northern thing?
Well, do you remember? It's probably 5 or 6 years ago. Facebook did a thing where they did like a collage of all your most used words, and the most used ones were bigger. Yeah. I think mine was absolutely.
Check in. I am absolutely safe from this thing.
Yeah, it's just searching my limited, vocabulary.
So I'm going to go with what's your favourite or who's your favourite Blackpool band or musician?
Oh, there's so many.
And you can name a few.
Yeah,
we're not. You can name a few.
This is where I'm going to upset people. Because there's so many.
So shall I tell you the people who we've kind of had on previously, and then you might want to give a shout out to other people.
Okay,
so we've answers that we've had on other episodes have been Parker Monkeys, we've had Daisy Atkinson, we've had Imogen Evans, we've had All Right, we've had who else have we had?
I said the Magdalenas.
You said the Magdalenas. Circus. Who did Rob say?
Can't remember.
Forgot.
Everyone on that list, I would have.
You can edit that real kind of long pause out, can't you?
It'll do it for me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Daisy. Go on.
It's okay. Obviously, Parker Monkeys. Absolutely. My brother's booked him for his wedding. Every single gig is just so fun, and I've seen it about a million times. And every time I'm like, this goes off. Every time I'm like, it's like the first time seeing it. Sorry, I'm going to shut up. Your head's going to be like this. But yeah, everyone on that list, Circus, good friends of mine, great lads. And also, I think it's really hard as a local indie band to be distinctive, because there's so many of them. There's so many of them. But I think their sound is very them, and Dec's voice and Louis' riffs.
I went to school with Dom, and they're great.
Love Dom. They're such great lads.
Before you turned up, me and Nathan were literally talking about how, I'm going to sound like an old man here, but like back in our day, you had to go out and earn it and gig and play and play and play and play. And I think at the moment, we're at a crossroads where you've got bands still doing that, like Circus. I mean, they gig all over the country, they gig up and down the country, don't they? Which is like what we used to have to do. I know Dom's a similar age to me, so maybe
I went to school with Dom.
Oh right, yeah.
Great.
And then there's a kind of new sort of like, we need follows, we need likes, we need this, that, and the other, we need clips. I mean, the amount of bands I see on Facebook, not on Facebook, on Instagram and stuff, where you see like 15 seconds of this song just repeated, and it's like, well, what's the rest of it sound like? And that seems to be the new way of getting it or making it or whatever.
There's people getting signed off TikTok, isn't they've never performed live before.
But yeah, circuits, grafters.
Yeah.
And I think
100%.
So is that who you're going with?
I've got more.
Go on,
tell us. Many more.
Tell
us.
Obviously, everyone that you've said, Imogen's insane. Like I've seen her from like 16 to now, and she's just a absolute force. She's so talented. In terms of like artists, my friends Shabs and Megs, Megs goes by Ro, actually, stage name Ro. They support me and Alex do these like intimate bootleg gig, like acoustic nights, and they supported last time, and we're doing it again this time, but we're sort of doing it more collaborative and all gonna get up and do some stuff together. They're both incredible. Shabs she can do it all. She does the midnight cabaret at Funny Girls, upstairs at Funny Girls, full like corset fishnets, like cabaret, sexy as hell. And I was like, who is that? This was like 2 years ago. I was like, who the hell is that girl? She's amazing. Saw her like a month later in the brew room with an acoustic guitar singing like what I sing. And I was like, you can actually do it all.
Versatile, yeah.
But then she does like original stuff as well. She's amazing. Ro, strictly original, which I really respect. She's always said like, I don't want to do any cover gigs. I want to just do my own music. It's amazing. Her voice is incredible. Her lyrics are great. She's been working a lot with Liam on a EP that's going to come out. She's just so talented, but no one knows her. She's like, nobody knows who she is. And I'm like, I see her, and she's this amazing talent, and she will blow up, hopefully. But yeah, she's amazing. There's so many more people I could say. There's a band that comes to my open mic called Electric Meat. The lyrics to one of their songs, cheese can give you nightmares, but so can a chocolate wafer. That's all I have to say on that. But they are incredible. So yeah, Electric Meat.
Good stuff.
Countless. I could go on and on and on.
There are. That's why the question's in there, because we want to hear.
And also, this is a way for us to
promote. I've not heard of Electric Meat yet, but I have now.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of bringing awareness to us.
Yeah.
And the people who are watching. So yeah great stuff.
What's your favourite local pub or club or place?
It's brew room. It's got to be brew room. Always. Me and my dad live in there. We go on holiday with
we just said we go on holiday there.
we go on holiday there.
Well, it's been great. Kieran's managed to revitalise it once again.
It really has. Like
there was a time where you could just go out on your own, go in the blue. It was the blue room.
Yeah.
And I still call it the blue room.
I know. I'd slipped up before, didn't I?
Yeah, and you know that your mates would be in there. Yeah. And I think it's like that now.
That's how I feel about it now. Like I could walk in at any time, any day, and be able to sit down with someone that I know. If not, talk to the bar staff. Like, that's a community in itself, that pub.
What I love is come in, Kieran's come in and try to give the brew room its identity back.
100%.
As opposed to coming in from maybe his other venue and saying, I'm just going to do what I do elsewhere.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's such a great thing, because it's adapted approach.
They need to do like a real ale podcast as well.
Oh, 100%.
I think.
But you know what? Actually, we should get Kieran on.
Yeah,
we should. Definitely.
He's on holiday every week.
Trying to pin him down might be. Kieran, do us a favour, mate. When you've got a spare hour and you're not,
we'll just do it on Zoom. We'll get him from Florida or whatever.
Give us a shout and we'll get you on, because that'd be really cool to talk about.
So yeah, that'd be great.
The brew room.
Good footballer as well.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, Sports City fan, I believe. Not
Everyone's
perfect, are they? What's your? So we speak sometimes about a little pub or bar or club, don't we? But I've got to give a shout out to my guys at the Blackpool Cricket Club. Since moving to where I've moved to, I've become a member. The kids love it there. I absolutely love it in there. And the food's banging as well. And on a summer's day, it's mint. And on a winter's day, it's great in there. Great community of people in there. So that's one of mine as well.
I don't have a local really. Although my dad and my son's 10. They go to the Goat on Highfield Road.
Oh, on Highfield Road,
what's it like in there?
I've never been, but I feel like Is it A Bronx Tale where the bus driver and then his son starts hanging around with all the gangsters?
Yeah,
and
is that what's going to happen to Will?
You're a fucking mug, Dad. And it's like, I feel like the bus driver. Like my son's got this like, they let him play darts and he like
good luck.
Comes home off his head on J2Os.
But the goat, Highfield Road's great.
Highfield Road is brilliant.
For
you what, Cleveland is popping off as well at the minute. Really doing well.
What we've lost as a town centre, because going out back in the day was town centre. Everyone, and we've lost that, but we have gained Highfield Road, Red Bank Road, Cleveland,
Red Bank Road as well.
They've
and there's still some great places to go in Blackpool, but I know what you mean. When we had maybe clubs, it was a destination. Town was a destination.
Everyone would meet at the number 3.
You'd have a little crawl and you'd end up somewhere. Whereas it's maybe a little bit different now.
Another reason why people that come to Blackpool are like, oh, it's a bit shit because there's so many of these like hidden gems in places like Cleveland and Bispham and South Shore that tourists aren't going to know about that.
And the tourist stuff, you walk down the prom, you go through the village and the places that are what they are.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for that kind of fun, they're perfect.
I mean, that's Blackpool's character. I love that. I love Gaties on a bank holiday Sunday.
Exactly.
Love that.
And with maybe places like the Beach House are few and far between. And if people are looking for that kind of vibe, they're maybe not going to find it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be plentiful.
Yeah.
But obviously, like we say, it's about balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which ties in nicely too.
What's your hidden gem in Blackpool?
Ooh, hidden gem.
So it could be. It doesn't have to be a establishment. It could be just a place that you go.
Yeah. A thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Restaurant. Komi Shikudo. Is that how you say it? Komi Shikudo, the new Japanese place in
Cedar Square.
Cedar Square.
Great.
Oh my god. You walk into Japan. It's like you can see them cooking. It's authentic Japanese food. It's incredible. It's really, really little. You can't reserve tables or anything because it's just small. You just walk in. That's amazing.
Did they open at lunchtime?
I'm gonna feel
I
really.
think that they do.
I feel really ashamed now that I've not been.
No, I've not been.
It's amazing. Me and Rai went on like a end of summer Blue Shell duo staff party with my dad and his girlfriend.
It was just a night out.
Yeah, but it was so we'd had a wedding gig that day and we had a gig later on at Tipsy Cow and we're like, oh, we'll go for like a celebratory like end of like a staff do. So we went and they do bottles of sake. Quite fitting for the hot sake theme.
Yeah.
I feel like there's an absolutely arsehole coming in.
Well, yeah. I'll actually just leave it there. But they do bottles of sake. But it's really, they let you pick your own little sake glass and they're all different. They say whatever one calls to you, you choose. It's lovely. You have to go. It's
Amazing.
great.
Are we still doing this question? What's your classic gift shop item?
One of my favourite things to do in Blackpool is walk down the prom. I did this the other day, actually. Walk down the prom, go in all of the shit tat shops, all the gift shops, and touch all the squidgy stuff.
Oh.
Like stress balls.
I was just thinking, with their consent.
Well, yeah. As long as the staff are all right with it, that's my
so
favourite thing to do.
You like a squidgy thing?
I love like when it's like shaped like a capybara or something, but you squidge it. That kind of shite.
And the other bit pops out.
Yeah.
Great.
But I'll go all down the prom. And
you've got your posters up in some of the shops saying, "Do not let this."
Yeah,
this
don't let this
lady
woman in. She'll touch your squidgy stuff.
You find £10 in your pocket. You're gonna go for lunch somewhere. Where are you gonna go?
Oh God, that's a really hard question. Komi Shikudo isn't a tenner place.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. I mean, this
worth
is
the money, but it's not a tenner.
This is more like, is there a little sandwich shop somewhere? Is there a little bistro somewhere that you like?
This is a really hard question. Last Light is great.
Yeah, I think we've had Last Light, haven't we?
Yeah, one half of Becky's was Last
Light.
Oh
yeah, because Becky had to split the tenner up.
Yeah,
and go to two different places.
Okay. Dirty Blondes for a slice. I'm not going to lie. I think you could get a slice and a pint for a tenner. Do you reckon? Maybe like £11.
Well,
you found the tenner, so you can still add to
slice and a half pint.
Technically, only costing you £1.
Yeah.
If you find money, it's free. Did you say Arnie's at some point?
I did.
Sandwich shop, yeah.
Have you been?
No, not yet, no, which I feel really bad because I know John. But I've not managed to go. Banging.
Yeah. I love the body
shop. It's elite. Yeah, I've not been for ages. But, well, because when I was out on the van delivering, I would drive past it and be like, oh, I'm just going to stop here.
Yeah.
And get a dirty Reuben.
It's a hard place to stop, innit? Because it's on Spen Corner, so I do...
They do deliver.
Do they?
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, I was just, you knew what I was going to be tempted to do there, don't you? The Peter Kay thing, and I decided
I'll cross it in,
yeah.
you tap it in. Yeah. Who's your favourite Blackpool person?
Oh, this is a really... My dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a top guy.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
My dad. But he is a Yorkshireman. But he's
an adopted seaside.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's lots of people.
He really
Blackpool
is.
Person.
It's got to the point where, like, I turn up to my gigs and there's a table reserved and it says for Daisy's dad. And, like... Or if I turn up, like, he was at my brother's stag do the other week, so I had to go to my gigs on my own. God forbid, but it was horrific. But I went on my own, and they're like, "Where's your?" But not before, like, "Hi, Daisy, you okay?
How are you doing?
Where's your dad?"
Where's Les?
He was Father Christmas on our poster.
He was. He loved that.
Brilliant guy. I love your dad.
Just a proper dad, isn't he? Top.
He's just brilliant, funny, warm, sensitive.
He's
the amount of times I've come off stage, and he's the first one waiting.
Yeah.
With a little
always
with glazed eyes. Big hug.
Yeah. Nathan wrote an amazing poem about him for his 70th birthday.
That was an honour, that.
Beautiful.
It was an honour. What's something you miss about Blackpool?
KFC in town. What else do I miss?
Oh, yeah. That was a quick
I don't miss the toilets, because that was like a downstairs spiral situation.
Also KFC in Leighton.
Yes,
KFC in Leighton.
Actually.
Yeah.
And Whitegate Drive.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. This is quite a sad moment.
When I used to work at the tower, I worked in the stores, which was in the basement, and all you could smell was KFC.
Oh yeah, difficult.
And like even when I used to work behind Savoy Timber, the wind would blow KFC right into the warehouse all the time.
I miss Scrooge's, and I was only legal to go in Scrooge's for a year, so I'm not really probably qualified to say that, but
you are.
Oh, of course you are.
We're not gatekeeping.
Yeah,
and also we know that you went for longer than a year.
No, I didn't.
That's going to come up a lot, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, R.I.P. Scrooge's.
What's your favourite thing about Blackpool?
The beach.
Nice.
I love living by the sea. I love going on a walk on my own down the beach. I love going to the beach with people. I love looking at the beach. I just love
performing by the beach.
Performing by the beach. It's brilliant. I can never picture myself living anywhere but here, because I love being so close to the beach.
Yeah. I think it's a really underused asset for a lot of people in Blackpool. I don't go down there anywhere near as much as I should. I take the kids, but in terms of how close it actually is and how beautiful it is, or can be, I probably don't go down there anywhere near as much as I should.
On a nice day, like a walk down the beach feels like you're on hother. It's the best thing ever.
And that fresh sea air.
We have said this before, but it's different every time we go down there as well. Like the other week, there was like a weird mist, so the sky and the sea were the exact same colour.
Love that.
And it looked like the piers were floating, and there were boats just dotted in the sky. It was bizarre. But I was driving, so I couldn't take a photo.
The beach or Funny Girls?
No picture, didn't happen.
It wasn't on Instagram.
Funny Girls, Funny Girls. Yeah.
Hands down, best thing in Blackpool. And I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I think there'll be lots of people dying there with you if that was a place to die, because Funny Girls is an institution.
It's
I think we all should be very proud of Funny Girls.
That's one place that is touristy that I would, if I was to say to someone, come to Blackpool for the weekend, I'll show you the side of Blackpool that you don't know, I'd still be like, but definitely go to Funny Girls because you'll love it.
Yeah, brilliant. I've
never been.
Have you not? No. Yeah, I've only been a couple of times, but
I go every year for my birthday. It's incredible. It's like Vegas, but it's like £12 a ticket.
Right.
Pints are dead cheap.
We need
someone from Funny Girls.
Well, we need a work in progress Christmas do, don't we? Because we're both self-employed.
What did you have? A summer night out? What is it? End of summer night out for what you were just talking about?
And then we usually do it at Christmas as well.
I mean, we can make a night out of anything these days. Yeah,
we could.
There we have it.
End of podcast night out. Let's go.
End of podcast. Let's go. Yeah. Daisy, thank you very much.
Guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Amazing hearing about your Blackpool story and just how much of an impact you're having on the creative scene.
You're a credit to the town.
You are.
Thanks,
credit
guys.
to yourself and Big Les.
Oh,
and Blackpool is a much better place having you doing your thing within.
Likewise with you guys.
All across the different venues. If you've not seen Daisy before, you need to get out off your couch, get out on a Friday night, a Saturday night, Sunday
just
afternoon.
to meet her dad.
Yeah,
honestly,
and you might get to hear her sing.
That as well.
In the summer, once the season really kicks off, you can go in the day and watch Daisy perform at the pier. Get on her Instagram, find out when she's performing, and get out and meet the amazing community that follows her around and watches her do her thing. You won't regret it.
Come to open mic.
What's your Instagram?
Daisy Atkinson with a little underscore at the end.
Daisy Atkinson _
I'll put it on the screen under a picture of Les.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, go support Daisy, and thank you. Keep doing your thing. We'll see you next time for another episode of A Work in Progress.
Like and subscribe.
Woo!